Good evening, everybody. David Franzine here. It is 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Orlando, Florida time, 8 o'clock in the evening on what the hell day is it? I don't even remember. Wednesday night. So, anyway, back with you live again. For those of you that don't know, probably about a month ago, I actually did 21 straight days of Facebook Lives as part of my 21-day Facebook Live challenge that I was put up to by a mentor that I was getting some online training from. And so it's interesting as I speak here tonight that, and maybe I'll do a subject about this, a training about this subject in the future, is it's strange how they say something becomes a habit after 3 weeks. So I did those Facebook Lives for 3 weeks, but it's amazing how once you stop doing something, even if you've stayed with it for like 3 weeks or so, you that was my cat was distracting me, so I had to push her off the chair. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude, but you probably heard her meowing. Anyway, uh, it's interesting that once you've done something for a period of time, even if it's 3 weeks, a month, even longer, once you stop doing it for a few days, it really doesn't take long to get out of the habit. And I had actually a little bit of a hard time getting motivated to come on here tonight. I don't know. I took a little nap after I got off work today, and so I woke up just a little bit ago, and I'm a little tired and groggy, and I was like, I don't know if I feel like doing this tonight, but I'm doing it because I'm determined to be successful in my online business. For those of you that don't know me, my name is David Franzine. I am an online marketer in my part-time hours. I like to do trainings on here. I prefer doing Facebook Lives or some video format to get my message across to people, to help them grow, to help them learn. Although I've only been with my current opportunity for about 4 months, I have been in the online industry off and on for a few years. So I've picked up some good training, and I've studied and I've learned with some people. And so I do have a little bit of knowledge in the field. So I like to share that with my team and for other people that have some common goals in mind. If you're trying to make some money online, you can certainly gain some advice from my trainings. Not only tonight can you see this either live or recorded, but you can scroll down my timeline and see all the past trainings I did during the 21 Facebook Lives and some subsequent trainings that I've done since then. So, also, besides being an online marketer, I do work at Universal Studios Florida as a team member for 30 years now. I just hit my anniversary last month of 30 years. And although I enjoy working there and I enjoy the benefits and the people I work with, I think I want to retire in a few years. And even though I think I'll be all right financially in retirement, I want to be more than okay and just think that I'll be all right. I want to make sure that I'm set up for my future, for my golden years, for helping my family out, providing for my family, for being able to do the things in retirement that I want to do without having to question, do I have enough money for this? Or is my money going to run out when I'm 70? Is my money going to run out when I'm 80? And then am I going to have to go on welfare or something? I don't want to have those concerns with the economy and what the economy is going to do. I want to know that whatever the economy is, that I'm going to be okay financially. That's why I went online here about 4 months ago with the current opportunity I'm with to try to make a little bit of extra income. So anyway, without further ado, tonight's subject is what I call you cannot be serious. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I got that line from a gentleman named John McEnroe. For some of you that are a little bit older, if you're younger, you may know him now as a commentator for tennis on the mostly the men's professional tennis league. He does a lot of the commentating. But if you didn't know, he used to be a hell of a good player in his prime. And I love, they used to call him Johnny Mac. And I loved McEnroe because when he played with passion. And he went all out. He would dive for balls. He was all out. And he won a few major titles over the years. I don't know how many exactly. I think I know he won a couple of US Opens, maybe won Wimbledon a time or two. But anyway, what he was known for mostly is his rants. So whenever a call would go against him, like a ball would hit and the line judge or the chair ump or whoever it is would call it out and John thought it was in, he would just start going off and he would go over to the chair umpire. That's the guy that sits up in the high chair at the middle of the tennis court. And John would just, he would rant on for like 5 minutes. He would just go on a tirade about, are you serious? And he would always say that. So he became famous for the line, you cannot be serious. Because like if he disagreed with the ump, he would always say that, you know, after his tirade, he would go, you cannot be serious. And so years later, he even wrote a book about that. I haven't read the book yet, so I don't know how good it is, but hopefully I'll get around to reading it one day. But anyway, so I thought of that when I was coming up with tonight's subject. So the reason I talk about that is you cannot be serious when it comes to working from home, an online business, or any goal for that matter. And I always tell people, even if you don't have a home business or you're not doing online marketing like I am, hopefully you could gain something from my lessons as far as general goal setting and achievement, areas of achievement in your life. And this is what I've learned about being serious. I think, or I feel, at least it's been my experience, that if you ever want something bad enough, it seems that you have to first prove to the universe, to your higher power, maybe that's God for some people. I think you have to prove you're serious before you can see the results, before you can see consistent, steady results that you'd like to have in your business or in your growth or in your potential. And I think if you just go at it half-hearted, I think you'll always be left coming up short. And in the end, you'll end up quitting. I think you have to go through the fire a little bit. I think you have to test your mettle. I think you have to show that you have a very determined purpose, a strong enough why, and it doesn't happen immediately. The results are not going to come immediately. Now, for some people, they seem, do you just love these people like I do, that it seems no matter what they try or whatever venture they take on, they have immediate success. They have immediate success. It's no matter what they do. I know people that are in my online marketing space that they started with my company the same time I did 3 or 4 months ago, and they're already like killing it. You know, they're making, you know, $5,000 a month. And I'm like, how is this possible? I don't know how they do it. You know, maybe they had a network of people they already knew and, you know, they were able to get off to a fast start with their experience. I don't know, but it always looks like to maybe they put in years of work prior to that and now they're seeing the results. I don't know for sure, but it always looks like they're having immediate results. So I always look at those people and I'm like, damn, I wish I could be one of those people. But I think for most of us, I would say 90-95% of us, we have to prove that we really are serious about something. It takes me also back to, I'm probably showing my age, dating myself here a little bit. There was a movie many years ago with Richard Gere. What was the name of that movie? Where he was in the Navy. Officer and a Gentleman. That's it. Officer and a Gentleman. And so he was in this special training. I don't know, Navy SEALs or something it might have been. I don't think it was the SEALs, but it was some special elite unit in the Navy. And the only way you go through the training, and the only way that they will let you quit is if you DOR, which means drop on request. So they can't just say, hey, you're out. I don't like you. I don't like the color of your hair, the color of your eyes. I don't like your attitude. You're out. You actually have to request to be dropped from the program. So if they think somebody's not going to cut it, they put them through the extra rigors to see if they really have what it takes to make it. So Richard Gere was one of these individuals. You know, the role he played in the movie, he was kind of an outcast, kind of a, you know, do his own thing, and kind of a rebellious, kind of like a little bit of James Dean, rebel without a cause sort of guy. And so there was a sergeant played by Lou Gossett Jr., and he was a great actor. I think he's since passed away. And he was trying to get Richard Gere to drop out of the school because he didn't like him. And so, like, he made him stay one weekend to do extra training. And he was going to try to get his DOR, his drop on request. And Richard Gere, he had him doing push-ups. They're out in the rain, and he's doing push-ups, and he's struggling. He can't do a push-up, and he's dropping to the ground, but he keeps trying, and he keeps fighting. And Lou Gossett Jr. is in his face yelling at him, "I want your DOR. I want your DOR. Give me your DOR." And Richard Gere just stands up and he yells, "I got nothing else," or something to that effect. He's like, "I got nowhere else to go." I think that's what he said. I think he might have said, "I got nowhere else to go." And he had basically, Richard Gere had basically at that point determined, because he had had a rough life, he had been from an abusive family, he really didn't have anything else. So he was determined that no matter what, he was going to make it through that training. And so no matter what that sergeant did to try to get him to DOR, he was like, "I got nothing else." And that's the way you have to be when you're in online marketing, or you're in a home business, or you're trying to pursue any goal. You have to have that mentality. And this is how I'm telling you to get through it. When you're going to feel like quitting, when you're being tested by the universe or your higher power, are you serious? The universe wants to know, are you serious? You have to then have the strong mental fortitude that you will stick with it, that you have no other options, that you will not quit, that if somebody asks you how long you're going to stay with this crazy thing you're trying, you're going to say, "As long as it takes. I will not quit. There is no quit in me. Never. I will never quit." And you have to have that attitude. You have to have your strong why, which is something I talk about in some of my other trainings, is having a very strong and established why you want to achieve something, why you want to make more money, why you want to do whatever. You really have to define and be crystal clear on what that why is. Take out a piece of paper and a pen and write down as many reasons as you could think of why you want something bad enough. And then circle the 2 or 3 top things on that list, and then reread that list every day. Keep it somewhere where you can see it, and know in your heart and know in your mind what that why is. So when things get tough, and when you are being tested by the universe, and the universe wants to know, show me you're serious. You say you want this. You say you want more financial stability for your family. You say you want to achieve this certain goal. Show me you're serious. And that's when you have to push through. You have to never quit. And I talk about this in a training I did last week, is it's okay to think about it. Just don't do it. In the 4 months I've been with my online business, do you know how many times I've thought about quitting? More than once. Because I've had some results, but then I'll go through a period where I have a letdown after results and the results aren't happening. Then I get discouraged, but then I'll get some more results. And I talk about that in another training I have. It's called Be Careful of the Letdown After the Results. So it's very easy at those times when you've had some results, but then things fall off. And it's easy to think about quitting. And so I talk about in my video the other night, it's okay to think about quitting, but just don't dwell on that thought. Don't let it become permeated in your mind. You want to maybe think about it, but then immediately go back to your strong enough reason for wanting to do what you're doing, your strong enough why, and just keep reminding yourself of why you're doing what you're doing, and stay determined. Keep that burning desire. Keep showing the universe that you are willing, like Richard Gere in Officer and Gentleman, you are willing to go through whatever hell you have to go through, as long as it takes, no matter what it takes, to reach your desired destination. So that's it. That's the subject for tonight. You cannot be serious. Show the universe that you are serious. Stay strong, stay focused, stay determined, and you will get the results you're after. Never quit, never surrender, and go for it. Live a life to the fullest, live with passion, live with excitement, live with joy, be grateful, feel blessed and favored, and enjoy your life and fulfill your passions, and just go out there and crush it. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. Have a great one. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.